Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Jeep Compass Trailhawk. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this Compass. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbo 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 24 around town and then 32 on the highway, with power outputs being 200 horsepower and then 221 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you need some more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see here with the Trailhawk decal. It's to help reduce glare and just to look cool. And look at this. Fancy headlights, even though this is kind of more baseline interior package and everything. I like the satin finish on the grille there. You've got recovery points. I mean, not even Toyota Tier 2 Pros with certain cars have recovery points, so Jeep knows how to do it. Anyways, front end looks sharp. Now our tire wheel setup is 215 by 65 by 17 in the front and over in the rear. Pretty rugged design on the wheels. You got the silver with the blacked out trim, little Jeep there in the center, and then you guys can see here with the all-terrain tires. And I do find it funny that the Jeep is upside down. Anyways, trail rated badge there. You got the Compass logo, and then you guys can see here with all the cladding to make it look a little bit more rugged. And then they did a blacked out roof to create some contrast. Also makes the vehicle look smaller than it is. Now this leads us to the key fob. Pretty simple, lock and unlock, Jeep logo. Nothing outside of that. And then this brings us over to the rear hatch. It is hydraulic. Pops up very quickly, but yeah, plenty of storage space here in the rear. And if you actually move this back a bit, got a spare tire underneath. Ooh, it's all terrain. Steel wheel though, but still it's nice that it's an all terrain. Anyways, that's nice. When you're all done, just plop this down. And then you guys can see with the taillight design, got the Jeep badge as well. Another recovery point there on the back. So again, so far, I mean, little crossover, but it's got all the good off-road stuff. And this, of course, leads us inside, where it has kind of like a cool look here at the top, and then it's soft touch down below. You got some red stitching that goes across, and this is nice with the handle area. Here are the seats. Cloth trim in the center. And then, oh, hit my head by accident. Legroom's pretty good. Got a storage pocket. We got vents in the rear, USB port as well. Got 12 volt there at the very bottom. And then the headroom back here is pretty good. Again, even though it looks like it's quite sloped, it's more boxy than it looks. And then this leads us up front, where again, you actually have soft touch here, and then down below with the red stitching. All of our window controls, front and two are automatic. You got your mirror adjustments, blind spot warning with the mirrors. And then here's the front seat Trailhawk logo. Again, you got the cloth. The seats are manually adjustable, by the way. And you got this kind of like nice trim here on the dash. Light controls down below, by the way. Now here's a quick look at the steering wheel. We've got nice soft touch trim all around. Red stitching there in the center portion. Radio controls on the back of the steering wheel. We also have practical controls in front, including our cruise control. It has adaptive cruise control, by the way. Controls to the center, and then you just have traditional stocks here in the back, and then partially analog, partially digital gauge cluster, which I think this setup is useful in terms of information providing, but then it also just ages better than full digital. Just backup camera in reverse, nothing crazy happening with that. And then as for the infotainment system, it does take a second for some of these pages to load up, but overall it's pretty easy to use. It does have dual zone climate, and yeah, other than that, we do have some physical controls below it, like auto stop start, lane departure. We also have our stability control built in here, and then your parking sensors and everything. Some vents down below, and this is cool with the trim on the dash there as well. And then we've got analog controls for the dual zone climate, and also for the radio controls as well. Move this out of the way. Some USB ports and everything. Parking brake. Shifter there for the 8-speed, and you've got your drive mode select as well. 4-wheel drive low, which is not showing up in camera. There you go. You got your hill descent control, 4-wheel drive lock, some cup holders Good storage. I like this trim here, by the way. I think it's nice. And then good storage there. Rear view mirror, pretty normal. And then no center for this. Here's our window sticker, and this is literally just Trailhawk, $34,585. No extra. You can add extra options if you want, but this one just doesn't have it. Let's see how it performs. Okay, well, Jeep Compass visibility. Do have blind spot warning, which is nice. It's decent. Gotta remember, this is just a little crossover. Interesting setup. So Jeep has a interesting lineup now. So what we've got: Compass, Grand Cherokee, Wrangler, and Grand Wagoneer, and then Wagoneer. Am I missing something in terms of the SUVs? Obviously we got the Gladiator truck. But yeah, they got rid of the Cherokee, they got rid of the Renegade. So Jeep's definitely shrunk their lineup. I guess we also have Grand Cherokee L, that's another one. But it's still just Grand Cherokee. So yeah, the Compass kind of, maybe their mentality was they gave it a better engine, so it kind of is in between a Renegade. It's better than a Renegade, but it's not quite Cherokee level. Maybe that was the mentality. But either way, good power. Pretty nice ride too. You don't get a lot of extra noise from the all-terrain tires, which is always a plus. Sometimes all-terrain tires can be kind of noisy. These ain't bad. I like how it just says run. From what? It's a smooth ride. And for a $30,000 crossover, I think that it performs quite well. And what this really is it's secretly the Dodge Hornet Alfa Romeo Tonale combo. Because it's similar size, but it's less money, and it's got the same engine as the base Hornet, less power though. Yeah, I noticed a lot of the trim pieces and everything very similar. Very similar. See how this 2-liter performs. Again, this is a strong engine in this segment. Yeah, look at that. It's got great power. It's actually pretty quick. Most crossovers in the segment are not. They're pretty slow. So there's some things up with the Compass Trailhawk. Trail rated Compass. Like I said, I think this kind of splits the difference between the Cherokee and the Renegade. Which, yeah, that's a decent solution. In terms of this being a real off-roader, I mean, yeah, it's a Jeep, so it'll be, and it's got a, you know, 4-wheel drive low, so it'll be able to go places. But what I would say is not a lot of clearance, right? That's one thing. Shorter wheelbase though, which will kind of help out, but then shorter wheelbase can be a detriment in certain off-road situations. Just depends. So yeah, this is a great vehicle to get up to, you know, camping spots easily, and it'll do much better than like a Subaru Outback Wilderness, or this is more similar in size to like a Crosstrek / Forester Wilderness, kind of in that. It's kind of in between those two, I think. But yeah, not having a CVT, right, having a torque converter automatic, this will just do a lot better. Whereas a Subaru, not having a low range and having a CVT, that thing's gonna struggle much more. So let me know what you guys think about the Compass Trailhawk, but I think this is a great vehicle to get to the camping spots.